high-profile ceremonial event, practice, and that's exactly what is taking place here at Army Training Centre Pirbright.
The first word of command you're going to get is close order march. You take a pace forward. There's no dressing. You're just taking a pace forward. Here we go. Guard of honour, close order, march.
With just days to go until the UK marks 80 years since the end of the Second World War in Europe, Armed Forces personnel are putting final preparations in place for a major moment of commemoration.
One of the marshals for the RAF marching contingents, so I just have to make sure that everybody stays in step and stays in the right line and goes in the right direction.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm very excited. It's my first ceremonial event with the squadron because I'm recently out of my training, so this is a great introduction to what they get up to.
And how have the preparations been going today, these rehearsals?
Out here in the sun is quite difficult. I mean, you are stood still, but you are stood still with the sun beating down on top of you, so you're desperate to get away for a drink of water if you can, but they're going well so far. Everybody's ironing out the kinks that they need to iron out.
Here at Pirbright, around 1,000 military personnel from across all three services are taking part in final rehearsals before the military procession in London. It will see them march from Parliament Square, up Whitehall and down to the Mall to Buckingham Palace. On Monday, when you're on this military procession, what will you be thinking about?
I will be thinking about the sacrifice that my family, but everyone else, the sacrifices that they made too, both at home and abroad, and the people that made the ultimate sacrifice and didn't come home, sadly.
Do you think you'll be quite emotional?
I think so, yeah, I think so. It's certainly a spectacular thing to be a part of, and to be wearing the same uniform that our ancestors did and our forebears did, marching down the Mall, recognising 80 years of VE.
Again, pride is the only word. And it's incredible to see it all come together, and from the troops watching them in the barracks, bulling their shoes out and ironing their trousers and taking that pride in their appearance and practicing hard up and down when we're conducting our ceremonial duties as the King's Colour Squadron. When it all comes together here and we all look the way we do and we conduct ourselves the way we do, it's a great moment, not just for the Royal Air Force, the Army, the Navy, but the country as a whole.
Military bands will add to the pageantry. Do you think you'll find it quite emotional?
Yes, yeah, definitely, most definitely. But it's just something you've got to work through and just keep going on with the job.
And there'll be huge crowds, I imagine. How does that make you feel when you're part of these big ceremonial events? The military is so important.
Yeah, again, very proud. You know, it makes you stand taller, it makes the hair stand on the back of your neck. It just fills you full of pride.
Everyone needs to be foot perfect on the day. This is an opportunity to test timings, fine-tune formations and take in the scale of what lies ahead. Claire Sadler, BFBS Forces News, Pirbright. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.